Where else would you rather be than right here, right now, watching Jake the Bills fan as we are back from the Thanksgiving holiday, going into the new season of Christmas and celebrating a Bills win against the Chargers. Now, before we even get into that, I would like to point out that Cole Beasley is upset, and he is upset with you because you are not subscribed to Jake the Bills fan. So to make Cole Beasley not upset in the next video, make sure to subscribe to Jake the Bills fan. And if you want to see all of my videos that come out weekly, make sure to hit the bell notification icon next to subscribe so that you know when all of our videos come out. So let's just get right into it. This game was all over the place. Coming out of the bye week, I expected a little bit of rest, and it definitely showed. There were some things that weren't very good. There were some things that they said they were going to address, and those things seem to have been addressed in a way. But when we go into this, what we're going to do is we're going to have the good and we're going to have the bad. So we're going to start off with the good. Recently, if you guys have watched any Bills games, you know that the run game is very inconsistent. They haven't been able to statistically do anything with it because, and I think this is because of our healthy O-line finally being here, minus Cody Ford, who is now out for the rest of the season. Hopefully he heals up, and next season we'll have our full O-line, and we can get Brian Winters' bum ass out of here. So let's just start off. What made the run game good? Singletary and Moss both did what they were supposed to do today. Our run game was on point today. It didn't have to be much. We were able to effectively put up 82 yards on 11 carries for Singletary, and Moss put up 59 yards on 9 carries. A lot of the time when the run game, they just get stopped at the line, and I think because having our healthy O-line, we were finally able to open up some holes and to let them get through. Another good thing is, if you want to look at it this way, this is the good, not the great. So when we're looking at this, you only have to be good to get into this category, correct? I put Josh Allen in here. Josh Allen didn't have an amazing game today. Josh Allen didn't light it up, nor did he really have to, because the next good on here is the defense. The defense really was able to hold this game together. Really looked like last year's defense, where the offense kind of stagnated at times. There were turnovers, it was ugly, and our defense was able to keep the other team from just putting and piling on points and capitalizing on said turnovers, which we will get to in a second. Josh Allen, 18 to 24, 157 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. I mean, Josh Allen just did what he had to do. What we say with a lot of quarterbacks, he just went out there, and yeah, there were some boneheaded plays. Josh Allen was kind of hot-headed at times. He scared us when he went down with the ankle thing. Hopefully that doesn't turn out to be much, but he will be on the injury report this week. There's no way that was just okay. Seeing the way he landed on that, that's going to be sore for a while. Josh Allen also threw an interception at the end of the game, but we'll go more into that towards when we get into the bad. And yeah, the defense created a ton of pressure. Nobody's going to show it because there were a lot of things that a lot of people don't like to look at. The defense really showed up this game. There were some pieces like Trey White that could have played better. Our secondary and those long fucking bomb things, while this one wasn't as egregious as DeAndre Hopkins catching it at the end of the game, they did not do what they were supposed to do and bat the ball down. They were going for the interception again, which was something that I bitched about when we got out of the Cardinals game. So this one, we created pressure. We stopped the run game. They got Austin Eckler back. If you watched my preview video of how the Buffalo Bills were going to shock the Chargers, I said Austin Eckler coming back was going to be something we needed to address. Between him and Kelly, their other running back, they only had 79 yards of total rushing, which in my mind is perfect. If you could stop that that facet of their game, you could definitely just attack the passing, the Keenan Allens, the Mike Williams, the guys like that, the Hunter Henrys over the middle. And I think we did that effectively the first half, the third quarter. The fourth quarter, it almost seemed like we were just being punched and we were against the ropes and they were just attacking us. But our defense was bend but don't break, which in some situations is all you really need for them to do. And man, if there's one guy that I'm going to have to sign an apology letter to, like a bunch of people had to do with Josh Allen, it is AJ Klein. AJ Klein has stepped up his game in these last 3 games. It is absolutely ridiculous that, and don't get me wrong, he earned the criticism that everybody was giving him before the Seattle game. Like, he was not playing well in coverage. He was awful, and we were really missing Matt Milano. But there are certain games and schemes where when you put AJ Klein into them, he's able to stop them. And what did he do today? He got to the quarterback with 1.5 sacks, and he had 14 total tackles, a lot of them stopping the run game, stopping screens, things like that, knowing where to go, how to cut at the right time to make sure to cut off the running back from just getting right past him. So AJ Klein, keep doing what you're doing, man. Hopefully they just continue to use him the way that we know he can be used, and maybe we'll be looking back at it and being like, yeah, he was a good sign. So the last good that I have on here that's not just bringing up like Tyler Bass just doing what Tyler Bass does, Gabe Davis. I don't know if I've ever said this in other videos or anything like that, but I am from the Central Florida area, so I am a UCF fan. So I did get to watch Gabe Davis the 2 years that UCF was undefeated, and last season before we drafted him. Gabe Davis today did what I knew Gabe Davis could do: big plays and big times. Gabe Davis was where he needed to be at the right time, made the big plays, and that's all we needed him to do. With John Brown out, everybody always says Gabe Davis is about to have a good game. Gabe Davis had a good game today, and he was just doing what he was told, and he is a decent receiver and going to be part of our receiving core for the future, barring any incidents that happen with injury or anything like that. So Gabe Davis, another big player on our team today that helped us win that game, and Cole Beasley throwing that touchdown too, and that was just beautiful. I love these Brian Daboll trick plays. They are amazing. So now, let's get into the bad. There's not a lot when it comes to the bad, honestly. But you can bring up Josh Allen decision making, holding the ball for too long, not throwing it away, trying to make the play, all that stuff. That's just the type of quarterback that Josh Allen is. You're not going to be able to change that all that much. He's a gunslinger. He's going to try to fire it off. He doesn't want to just take the sack, and that's it. The big bad of today's game was turnovers. This game should have been a blowout, ladies and gentlemen. This game had no business being as close as it was because the Chargers were not playing good at all. And that is not a fact that you can dispute. The Chargers took advantage of the turnovers that we were giving them. We had 3 turnovers in general. We had 2 fumbles and 1 interception by Josh Allen. Thankfully, after that interception, Justin Herbert decided he wanted to go out and throw one as well. They were having a hold my beer contest, as I saw on Twitter, and that's exactly what happened. There was a strip fumble. There was an interception on both quarterbacks. It's just what it is. Thankfully, Justin Herbert grabbed his fumble. Josh Allen did not. And then the run game, Devin Singletary just hold on to that ball. I know he was getting ripped one arm the other way, the other arm was out there and it got punched out. You're not always going to be able to protect that, but man, hold the rock with your life, man. That's all you can say. They're going to work on the turnovers. This was an ugly game. This was a really ugly game. It really reminds me too much of the games that we used to win last year, where it was like we got the lead and then we were just trying to hold on to the lead. The Buffalo Bills aren't that this year. They have the high-powered offense. The defense is getting there. They showed it today. And I would think that after this rust comes off and they get more practice in and stuff like that, next week we're going to be looking at a better Buffalo Bills team, and that is something that I believe wholeheartedly will happen. So again, if you guys are new here, make sure that Cole Beasley is not angry the next time that we have a video, and you subscribe to Jake the Bills Fan. And that's all I've got to say here, ladies and gentlemen. Same Bills content, same Bills channel, Jake the Bills Fan. I'll see you guys in the next video.